Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I will share with you some tips that will 100% improve the way you play Lesley. If you're a Lesley main, then you probably already know some of these. But if you're struggling to rank up using Lesley, stick around and you might just learn something. Today, we'll cover both the weaknesses and strengths of Lesley, how you should play against different heroes, and some mechanics that will drastically improve your gameplay. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. One of her weaknesses is that she's energy dependent. Without energy, she can't use her skills and reactivate her passive instantly. This also means she can't use her skill 1, which is her only mobility skill. Once she is low on energy, her normal basic attacks deal significantly less damage compared to that of her passive. Before engaging in a team fight, you should always be mindful of how much energy you have. Best way of addressing this is to hit minions or creeps so she can recharge her energy faster. Weakness number 2. Close range and heroes with heavy crowd control skills. Once enemies get close to Lesley, she is very vulnerable. Heroes like Cho and Zilong can easily punish and burst her down if she's out of position. How you can minimize the risk of this is by keeping yourself out of enemies' reach, by either poking zoning them out, using flicker to create a gap, and most importantly, paying attention to the enemy's position on the map. Weakness number 3. Levels 1 to 3. Although Lesley has the poking capability in the early game, she can still be easily picked off without proper vision from her teammates. Unless you are sure of where the enemies are, tread carefully when entering bushes, pushing lanes, or getting turret gold plating. However, once Lesley gets her ult, she can spam this to check for enemies who might be setting up an ambush. These weaknesses can easily be overlooked as long as you have great map awareness, if you know how to play safe and keep your distance from the enemies. Weakness number 4. Wave clear. I don't think I need to explain it, she just sucks at it. Alright, let's get to the good part. Lesley's strengths, starting off with true damage. I mean, just look at this. If you think of it in a different perspective, as long as you manage her energy properly, you will never run out of energy to keep spamming your skills and deliver those bursts of true damage. Lesley's passive allows her to deal true damage that ignores all defense stats. Regardless if it's a tank or not, Lesley's passive shots will hurt more than her normal basic attacks. This also means that with full build items, she can easily 1 or 2 shot squishies. Strength number 2. Camouflage. Lesley's camouflage allows her to go undetected in the map. This means that you can pass across minions' waves without being seen on the map. She also turns completely invisible when hidden in a bush while using skill 1. Strength number 3. Range. In-game, hero attack range is classified into 3: melee, mid-range, and long range. Lesley falls into the long range group. This means that for most cases, you can effectively poke melee and mid-range heroes. In the early game, she can start poking the enemies and zone them out of from getting gold and EXP. In team fights, she can easily position herself and reach enemies from a distance, especially if you pair her up with Malefic Gun. Trouble laning against some meta heroes? Here are some tips that have been effective, at least in my experience. Even though Lesley has a long range, there are still some skill-dependent marksmen that can easily zone her out in the laning phase. Heroes like Clint, Granger, Brody, and Beatrix can easily outfarm her, of course given that they know what they're doing. When laning against these high damage output heroes, I immediately go for Blade of Despair as my first item. This means I get 2 Legion swords to increase my physical attack early on and trade hits. Also, it's crucial that you still respect the entire enemy team. This means that you won't just want to trade hits all the time, as this can also put you in a position where enemies can just finish you off by surprise. For Brody, Granger, and Clint, wait for them to use their skill 1, as those are the only ones that can poke Lesley a lot. If they try to intentionally use it on you rather than last hitting minions, try to juke them by pretending to get in range using your skill 1 but immediately backing off, or you can practice sidestepping. This works with Beatrix and her rocket shots too, since it can chain slow you once it hits you even just once. Try to move in an unpredictable way to avoid her shots. However, most of the time, you can use the bushes to deliver a 1-2 combo with your passive. Wait for them to finish cooling down and repeat the process. One important thing that a lot of players overlook: communicating with your teammates. This applies not just to Lesley, but all heroes. If you're having trouble in the laning phase, ask for your roamer to give you vision, or to set up ganks to kill your lane enemy. This is a 5v5 game after all. If you're not getting any help from your teammates and losing the lane, just give up your tower and farm on different lanes. This is better than giving kills to the enemies and setting yourself back in gold and items. Find other ways to farm and set up for the long game instead. I may not cover all of the heroes that you guys wish to know how to lane against, so drop your comments below and you can always expect an answer from me. I always reply to all of your comments. Now for the last part, let's go to some mechanics that you might or might not know when playing Lesley. Change your settings. There's not much of a difference from other heroes aside from this. This is so you can easily swipe cancel your ultimate for an extra passive activation.
Repent now. I don't miss.
Similar to the first kill, you can also use her second skill while casting her ultimate. You can use this to slightly change the trajectory of your bullets when enemies are blocking your ult to save their teammates. Instead of using your second skill like this, you can aim it opposite a wall so the skill 2 animation is shortened. And that's about it. By now you should have something to improve your gameplays. If you think I missed something, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. Drop a like. Thanks for watching, and keep your guns reloaded.
Understood. Gather at the Lord. Target on the move. One shot, one kill. Target clear. One shot, one kill. Nowhere to run. No one's ever been too far. One shot, one kill. Hero resurrected!